Hey guys, Steve Hammerschmidt here, back at you from North Metro Bass Academy. Say today we're going to talk about NedRig fishing. It's kind of the new craze. You know, you see a lot of articles about it, you see a lot of videos on it, and tackle manufacturers now have access to a really good mold to make good Ned heads. And I was able to get one of the first ones to get it, and I've been able to have a lot of guys try these out, and man, they are fantastic heads. So let's get to it. I'll show you what they're like. So a Ned rig is a simple jig head, a light jig head, 1/16 ounce to a quarter. Most people that fish the Ned heads are fishing 1/16, 3/32, and 1/8. That's pretty light stuff. So just enough weight to give your bait a little bit of pull down. Now, the first version I'm holding up close here, this is your standard Ned head. It's got a nice custom keeper. And this one would be keeping the hook exposed. So you're going to get kind of snagged up in weeds, works good in sparse areas. Or if you're jig worming, it's a great option if you want to throw into the weeds and just kind of rip out. Okay? This one is my weedless version, which has a single strand, a wire strand to help you in and out of the weeds. Same other features though. It has the keeper there to keep your bait on. Works really well. These are both built with owner. The model number is 5313 jig hooks. They're pretty stout and they're sticky sharp. They're one of the best finesse hooks I've seen. I wouldn't consider it a light wire, but it certainly isn't a heavy jig hook either. It's just the right combination of strength and finesse. They're awesome heads. And when we rig them, most commonly people will fish a straight Senko type bait, a stick bait. Here's an example of a 4-inch stick bait on the Ned head. Of course, that's a non-weedless one. So this one, you'd be ripping it out of the weeds. And here's, in contrast, here's a head with a 3-inch Senko. And this is probably the most used or the most common size to throw on the Ned head is a 3-inch Senko, which it seems pretty small, but that's the whole point of it. It's the ultra finesse. And then on my weedless Ned heads, I wanted to show you what it would look like. There's a 4-inch Senko, and a worm that I like to throw in the summer with a little bit more action is this little ringworm with a curly tail on it. I think this one's made by Zoom. It's just a 4-inch curly tail worm, a really good one to use in the summer when the water temps get higher to give a little bit more action. And the last thing I'm going to quick show you is that Senko is on there. I literally can't pull it down, okay? That's not gonna, it moved just a tiny bit there, but I'm really yanking on it. So this is a great feature on these jigs. When you're throwing your worms in weeds, you're just not gonna have a problem with that falling down. So really recommend these jig heads, the Ned head. An awesome way to throw a Senko or another small finesse worm. Catches a ton of fish and also catches big fish. Check back soon for some more videos from North Metro Bass Academy. If you like this, hit the button at the bottom of the screen and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.